Hi, I'm Tom.
And I'm Molly.
Welcome to Friends at Gameology, hosted by MoonlightCrew.com.
Reviews for science.
In 7 minutes or less. Archipelago, or if I'm saying that incorrectly, Archipelago. I don't know how to say this name. But Archipelago is a resource management game with hidden objectives that are variable objectives. So, if we can get our objectives, each of us has a goal, and if you're playing with 2 players, you have 2 goals. Yeah, we can see these. So, it'll say you get points for temples. You get points for exploration tokens at the end. And so that's how you'll know what to do to score the points to win the game. But it's a secret. And so your opponent doesn't know what they're trying to do with your card. That applies to them. It's not a secret objective just for you. It's for everyone. They'll score the same amount of points as you for each of those pieces. But it also has an ending condition. This one says the game ends when all 3 piles of the exploration tokens are run out. We got stuff that say for however many marketplaces are built, or temples, and however many 2 of the exploration
characters
tiles are out. Yeah, so there's so many ways to end the game, which is also a secret. So there's a lot to say, and way too much to say in 7 minutes. So let's just jump right in to simplicity versus complexity.
I think this game is pretty complex. I think there are a lot of words and a lot of different actions. So by words, I mean there's a domestic market and a foreign export market. And then there's this action board that has, I don't know if you can see it, but all the actions you can take are on this board, and there's no words, but you have to know all those do different things. You can explore, you can build, you can get money, you can tax, you can, all these things. And then you have this, which is where you're actually going to be with your little meeples in your boat. And then you've got this board, which has the characters and your turn order. And then you have this thing, which also does something at a specific time during the game when you have to remember that, and it's bad, and you got to prepare for that. There's a lot. It says right here the list of things you're supposed to do, but everything I just listed pretty much is involved in the actions, except the purchase of this. So everything else is with actions, really. Well, that happens when these flip over. It's a thing. I would say it's pretty complex. There's a lot going on in this game. It is not beginner friendly if you're new to games.
This game is super complex, and I think the player aid for it is woefully inadequate.
Yes.
When you're trying to teach somebody how to play, and you have to run them through what every single icon on this circular board means, and when and where they can place their tokens, and how many they can place, and then, now that we know what that does, actually implementing that on the board, this is not an easy nor simple game. For a 20-page rulebook that isn't even that text dense, I mean, I'll also open up randomly, lots of pictures, lots of examples, it's still very difficult for just even me to wrap my head around it, where basically each time we've played, we've had to consult the rulebook many times. It's very heady. It's a very heady game. Luck versus strategy.
So I would just right off the bat say there's a lot of luck in this game. There is strategy, but I'm going to talk about the luck. Maybe Tom will talk about the strategy. So when you explore, you have the option to take this tile that you can see. If you know that you can move there and it's a legal place, you go, okay, I'll play it. Or you can choose to take the one underneath it, and you don't get to see it beforehand. So I see the top one, and I think, well, I can't do anything with that. So even though it's double-sided, I have a better chance with 2 sides that I might be able to do stuff with. And too many times has it happened with me that I haven't been able to do anything. And that's the chance you take in the game. And so that's one of the luck that they built into the game. The other thing that's super lucky is what Tom is holding right now, the objective cards. The game could just be over, and you have no idea. You have no idea how to prepare for that. You're just trying to guess at, you're like, oh, fish, maybe we need more fish to get points, so I'll just get as much fish as I can. Oh, he's building a temple? Maybe I should build a temple because that might be the end condition or whatever it is, or points. And so I think it's super lucky. But there is some strategy in what if you're watching the other opponents and you're seeing what they're doing and trying to guess from there.
I have never been penalized for exploring, but Molly has multiple times per game. I don't understand it, and that is just the luck of the draw. You can't get around that. Like, it's a mitigated, you can try to mitigate your chance, and you're taking a risk in exploring, but I mean, sometimes you need to explore to expand what you can do, and boom, you just lost. That's it. Turn over. That's your placement. So that's unfortunate for what I feel is a pretty, heavy resource management Euro game. Like, what a really crazy amount of luck
Yeah.
there. There's a lot of strategy in this game. Deciding what to do on the export markets, trying to go for straight money, just trying to buy out all of these characters. There's a lot you can do, and your decisions matter. So don't let us talk you out of it
Yeah.
for the strategic sake. It's there.
And it's one of those games where you have to choose first player, and that matters when these bad things happen. So that's another thing, the strategy that I forgot to mention. Yeah.
Fun versus boring. I don't find this game very fun. I find that it ends too abruptly because you don't know what you're going for and you may accidentally trigger the game end. And trying to guess what someone else is doing, I mean, they may just be trying to advance their gameplay, not even their point value, and you don't know and you start trying to do the same. It's, I don't think I care for different ending conditions that apply to everyone, but they're secret. That just to me hurts the game to where I don't think it's that fun.
Yeah, I would agree. I do like what's going on here. I like all the managing of people being unhappy versus happy, and I really like this first player thing. It makes you really have to decide, what you're gonna do. But it's not as exciting. Maybe it's just a lot of game, and we've talked about many times how we're not lots of game people. So BGG rating,
I'd give this a 4, not because of game design, but because of how much I want to play it.
I'd give this a 5. Every time we get to multiples of 500 subscribers, we give away a free glitter painting of your favorite superhero icon. So make sure to subscribe now.
Because it could be you that wins.
Archipelago. We presented the evidence.
You be the